daughters of the land drawn from the 6 divisions of the region graced a 2-day cultural festival in the regional town of Boya. Plus, Southwest Public Independent Conciliator Dorothy Telele Atabong Motaze organized an in-house workshop on complaint management procedure for the different workers in her office. And the University of Boya Vice Chancellor Professor Ngomo Horace Manga explains the reasons for the convocation ceremony meant for 2024 that was initially slated for this December as a ritual but has been shifted to January 2025 in a press conference to media men and women in the Southwest region. Those were our top stories. Good evening to you all. One welcome, and you are welcome to High Prime for Monday, the 16th day of December 2024 with me, Anchorman Eternal Larry Kevin Sabot. We begin this newscast with one of our lead stories for today. Sons and daughters of the Southwest region converge on the regional town of Boya for the maiden edition of the Southwest Cultural Festival organized by the Southwest Chiefs Conference. This in a way to revamp the cultural diversity in the region, as thousands came from the 6 divisions of the region and beyond to grace this special occasion that took place at the Boya Bongo Square Ceremonial Grandstand, as our reporter gives us details in retrospect for the 2 days. For 2 days, sons and daughters of the Southwest region trooped in their numbers for the first edition of the Southwest Cultural Festival organized by the Southwest Chiefs Conference.
For how many years today we have not had that kind of hot ceremony, open doors. So this was a very good, very welcoming open ceremony. We are very happy. We thank the chiefs for getting the courage to bring this ceremony back again. It's a historical ceremony because they had it before, but all of a sudden, because of the problems that we have had, we did not hear them. So we are very, very, very happy.
For 2 days, the children of the Southwest region expressed their uniqueness via costume, music, cuisine, traditional dances, and lots more, as joy and effervescence were highly felt.
You can see the effervescence. You can see the euphoria. It is a moment of reawakening, a moment to revisit our past and refocus on our future. A people who long for moments like this have been given a chance to exhibit and express themselves, and the expressions are total.
The cultural festival plays on the theme Peace, Cultural Revival, Social Cohesion, Investment and Promotion, was placed under the patronage of the Prime Minister Joseph Dion Guti as his special envoy to the event, urged all Southwesterners to continue in this great harmony.
Sons and daughters of the Southwest region, they should continue. They should follow what has happened today and continue to have that, union with them, so that, as I said, everybody likes the Southwest. Let's continue to make it likable by everybody who wants to.
With tremendous performances expressed by Southwesterners who say they will continue representing their region via subsequent editions of the Southwest Cultural Festival or other arenas whenever the time shows. And from the Southwest region, we now take you to the Northwest region, precisely in Dongamantung, where the Senior Divisional Officer for Dongamantung Division of the Northwest region has just wrapped up a 3-day tour across Nwa subdivision. The Senior Divisional Officer was heartily welcomed by the locals in Nwa subdivision as he engaged in the various consultative talk plaguing the issues plaguing the local population in Nwa subdivision. Alice Lekele was there with the Senior Divisional Officer and now brought back the following reports.
In a Meet the People tour, the SD of Donga Mantun Division visited Noa Subdivision recently. After having been received by the Divisional Officer of Noa Subdivision and the Lord Mayor, the Senior Divisional Officer made his first stop at the Municipal Stadium, where he met a huge crowd waiting for him.
I want to say that I'm very happy to be here in Noa, the land of hospitality. I am not surprised for the mobilization. I'm very happy for the mobilization. I want to thank all the forces of Noa to take part of this tour. I'm not here to give some message. I'm here to present myself since my appointment. I'm here to know how the population of Noa are living.
On the first day of his visit, he had a consultative talk with 3 villages and beckoned on the need of living together. The next stop was at Sabongari, where he visited the municipal hotel, which is under construction. The tour continued the following day, where he visited other sites and villages, including a quarry. According to the workers, everything is going on smoothly.
We are really pushing up with the work. We've had some delay in the time past, but as you can see, our machines are ongoing, they are working, and our production is fast coming up. We are already on bridges and culverts, as you will be seeing in the field.
The tour, which started on Wednesday, December 11, ended on Friday, December 13, and it was successful.
We now take you to Moyoka, one of the towns of the Southwest region, where the Moyoka Council in the Southwest region has adopted the sum of 1 billion CFA francs as budget for next year 2025. This was during the last session of plenary for the Moyoka Council, where the mayor of Moyoka Council, Lazar Lenjong Jungbok, actually highlighted the amount and says it's dedicated to massive development across the municipality of Moyoka. Sharon Kongo was there in Moyoka and now does us more.
The Municipal Council of Moyoka recently held a meeting to discuss the budget for the upcoming year and review the activities of the previous year. The meeting, which was attended by councillors, department heads, and community representatives, provided a platform for discussing the financial resources and priorities of the municipality.
As adopted during the budget orientation debate, as the
irregular reason why only 3/4 is disbursed to us.
With some of the challenges faced by the council in the collection of revenue, the mayor had this to say.
All the challenges were well up gradually. I cannot say them 100%. Well, well up gradually. Poor relation somewhere that they cannot pay tax. Since the council have already took a resolution, they are not paying now. So you know too small. The tower can help us pay every arrears.
While the budget for this year adopted was placed at 1 billion francs CFA, the councillors expressed confidence in their abilities to find innovative solutions to the problem facing the municipality.
And we still in from Moyoka, we're going to be remaining in the Southwest region. Let's move on to this press conference that was held on the campus of the University of Buea, where the Vice Chancellor of the University of Buea, Professor Horace Manga, actually explains the reason for the convocation ceremony meant for 2024 December that has been shifted to 2025 in the month of January in the University of Buea. In a press conference that just ended over there in the University of Buea, Horace Manga Ngomo explains in the following report compiled by Daniel Komi.
In line with the recent change made by the University of Buea in respect to the 26th convocation ceremony, which usually holds on the month of December, now moved to January, is what has prompted the university authorities to carry out this press conference to brief university community on the reasons for such a change.
We are moving the convocation ceremony to the month of January for the simple reason that the period for which it was fixed, which would have been a 3-day period, has been taken over. It's at the same time that the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, Chancellor of Academic Orders has decided to convene the committee that evaluates files for lecturers applying for promotion to various grades, senior lecturer, assistant, associate professor, and professors. And so that's why, with that coincidence, we decided to move the convocation ceremony to the month of January. Unlike in previous years, in the distant past, it's going to be through 3 days. And the whole idea is that the numbers that are graduating, is not such that we can conveniently graduate them all in one day. But we think it's more numbers is a good thing to create, to train many more Cameroonians, as they come.
Holding at the boardroom of the Central Administration gave the opportunity for the Chief Executive Officer of the institution to outline some innovations that has been made to suit the contemporary challenges of the students.
I want to say that since last convocation, the university has been engaged in the implementation of new courses which align with the entrepreneurial policy of the Ministry of Higher Education, which consists in wanting to build the capacity of our students to be able to transform their various competencies through the years as they learn to some kind of commercial venture, which will lead to the creation of employment, which will make them create not just those seeking employment, but also creators of employment. So we think that will put our students, it will give them a very good foundation to be able to achieve that government's policy.
Another key aspect which comes to enhance the learning process of students was the inauguration of the Digital Center.
Inauguration of the National Digital Center, which we did a few weeks ago. And that center will help in developing ICT technologies, but more especially, it will extend the outreach of the University of Buea to students who may not necessarily be present. Now, it materializes the infrastructure. Let me put it this way: the infrastructure of the University of Buea, and for that matter, any public university, with the increasing numbers that these public institutions are called upon to admit.
One of the achievements which the institution also gained was the creation of the Higher Teacher Training College.
That major gain of the university, let me put it that way, is the creation of the Higher Teachers Training College of the University of Buea. With the appointments were made recently of the heads of departments of that establishment, and the university on December 15th effectively publicized its call for candidates, and so far we have received more than 100 applicants wishing to go into the first phase and the second phase of that establishment.
It should be noted that for the past few years, the University of Buea has been able to put in place new facilities that is aimed at facilitating the learning process of students equipped to become job creators after graduation.
We remain in the educational sector. This time around, the first secondary school in Cameroon, St. Joseph's College, Sase, created in 1939 by the Mule missionary, has celebrated her 85th anniversary. This 3-day celebrations was an avenue to reflect and to give back to the school for molding formidable and impeccable gentlemen for the past 8 decades plus. The ceremony ended with the laying of the foundation stone for the Sase Sase University Institute that was conducted by the proprietor of the school, the Bishop of the Diocese of Buea, His Lordship Michael Bibi. More on that in the following story. The 85th anniversary celebrations of the first secondary school in Cameroon, St. Joseph's College, Sase, that started in 1939, created by the Catholic Mill Hill missionaries.
5 years of thinking now I have to go to the next stage.
So where do we go from here?
So I just laid the foundation stone for a sober Catholic University Institute of Sase, which will concentrate on doing agriculture and technology.
The college that has made pickable and resounding gentlemen across Cameroon and beyond her shores believe it is time to get to the next stage of education with the Soba University Institute of Sase, focusing on agriculture and technology as the foundation stone were being laid.
The thing was that the Minister of Higher Education has his representative here. I'm talking to her and going to see the land. She says we're already 50% done.
A 3-day festivity ranging from diverse activities, with its finale being on Saturday, 14 December 2024 at the college campus, graced by different guests like the mayor of Buea.
Landmark institution, not just in Cameroon, but particularly in Buea. And when we were kids, we grew up, they were referring to Buea people as I was. Because of Sase, everybody attempted to speak some good English, and Sase has helped to place Buea in the world map. So we are very grateful that the Catholic mission came up with this idea, and this idea has seen many great Cameroonians coming out from here, and they are spread all over the world, and not just Cameroonians. So we are very happy for all the contributions Sase has done, not just for our community, but you can equally see that infrastructural wise Sase has done a lot, and we want to thank the Bishop, the proprietor of Sase College, for all they have done.
The ex-students under the association of Sase All Boys Association, SOBA, has accomplished a lot of development in the school.
It's done by Sobans. The renovation of the chapel is done by Sobans. The renovation of the hall is done by Sobans. The installation of solar lights done by Sobans. Change in blackboards to green boards in classrooms are done by Sobans.
As St. Joseph's College Sase marks this new chapter of her 85th anniversary, she looks for the future for greater prospects and realizations. And happy 85th anniversary to St. Joseph's College Sase. We now move on to the Southwest Public Independent Conciliator, where the Southwest Independent Conciliator Dorothy Telele Atabong Epus Motaze has wrapped up a one-day in-house training with the different stakeholders involved in her office. This is to address the complaint procedure management in the Southwest Public Independent Conciliator office. Alice Lekelengo Ikome has more for us.
Following a rapid survey on focus group discussion conducted by International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA Cameroon, in March 2024 reveals that the participation and engagement of minority groups in Cameroon's politics, especially in electoral process, remains very low. In this light, a one-day capacity building workshop has been organized by FIDA Cameroon to educate men and women, youth, IDPs, the vulnerable on the importance of participating in elections.
Next year is a very important year in Cameroon, as we are expecting to have elections, and you will agree with me that for the past years we have experienced a lot of voter apathy in Cameroon. People are so disinterested in elections, especially the young ones. There is ignorance around electoral processes, and we thought that it was time enough for us to build capacity of maybe young people, civil society organizations, women and girls with disabilities, every important member in society, to make them take an interest in the upcoming elections. Because as you will know, The saying goes that if you want something to change, you must do something. We cannot fold our hands and sit at home and expect change to happen. The best form of government is always one where the people decide who leads them. So we want to sensitize them on the importance of taking part in electoral processes.
Different facilitators took turns telling Cameroonians about the procedures to vote.
I've enjoyed a lot. Cameroonians have been complaining a lot about their government. Not only in Cameroon, but also out of Cameroon. The media shows Cameroonians worldwide crying, rallying, marching, crying bitterly about their nation. The nation has been stagnant for so long. Because of that stagnation and because of the poor governance, it is high time for Cameroonians to rise. It is high time for Cameroonians to stand and vote massively. Not just massively, but also to vote wisely in order to make a change in their nation, finally.
There is the need for people to know why they should participate in elections.
So much interest concerning issues related to elections, political participation in Cameroon. And today I was sensitizing the population, the participants, on the importance of participating in elections as we look forward for the 2025 elections in Cameroon. Yeah, before participating on elections, I think it's very important that people know why they should participate in elections. We have received a lot of complaints from people about poor governance, this, that, and one of the key things I was telling the people is that they are the government themselves and they have the right to change the government that they want and make it the way they want it to be. Yeah, so I think it's very important for people to know why it is important to participate in elections.
The workshop took place this December 13 and come this 2025 presidential election, looking at what the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA Cameroon, is doing. It is a clear indication that almost everyone is going to participate in the upcoming presidential election.
To our viewers in Cameroon and around the world, you are watching High Prime and we are coming to you live from our news studios. We now take you to this one-day workshop to drill vulnerable persons in Cameroon on the importance for them to participate in elections. This took place over the weekend in the town of Mutengene in the southwest region, as the workshop was organized by the International Federation for Women Lawyers, known in her Spanish acronym of FIDA. Alice Lekelengwe Kome tells us more. The 85th anniversary celebrations of the first secondary school in Cameroon, St. Joseph's College, Sase, that started in 1939, created by the Catholic missionaries.
5 years of thinking now I have to go to the next stage.
So where do we go from here?
Well, I just laid the foundation stone for a sober Catholic University Institute of Sase, which will concentrate on doing agriculture and technology.
The college that has made pickable and resounding gentlemen across Cameroon and beyond her shores believe it is time to get to the next stage of education with the Soba University Institute of Sase, focusing on agriculture and technology as the foundation stone were being laid.
The thing was that the Minister of Higher Education has his representative here. I'm talking to her and going to see the land. She says we're already 50% done.
A 3-day festivity ranging from diverse activities, with its finale being on Saturday, 14 December 2024 at the college campus, graced by different guests like the mayor of Buea.
Landmark institution, not just in Cameroon, but particularly in Buea. And when we were kids, we grew up, they were referring to Buea people as Iwas. Because of Sase, everybody attempted to speak some good English, and Sase has helped to place Buea in the world map. So we are very grateful that the Catholic mission came up with this idea, and this idea has seen many great Cameroonians coming out from here, and they are spread all over the world and not just Cameroonians. So we are very happy for all the contributions SASE has done, not just for our community, but you can equally see that infrastructural wise SASE has done a lot, and we want to thank the Bishop, the proprietor of SASE College, for all they have done.
The ex-students under the Association of SASE All Boys Association, SOBA, has accomplished a lot of development in the school.
It's done by SOBA. The renovation of the chapel is done by SOBA. The renovation of the hall is done by SOBA. The installation of solar lights done by SOBA. Change in blackboards to green boards in classrooms are done by SOBA.
As St. Joseph's College SASE marks this new chapter of her 85th anniversary, she looks for the future for greater prospects and realizations. And apologies to that mixed up. That was St. Joseph's College SASE and not the one-day workshop held by the International Federation of Women Lawyers, known by her Spanish acronym of FIDA. Away from that, we'll be coming to that story subsequently. We now take you to this story, other story done by Benita Ngi Adams in a bid to educate young persons in school through greening and making sure that the supply of livestock are being produced in Cameroon. An engagement has been set up in the Southwest region, whereby more than 10 schools were being educated on techniques in order to raise chickens and other initiatives like livestock and fishery sector. These have as aim in ensuring the sustainability and conservation of water, amongst others, in the midst of the younger generation. Benita Ngi Adams, Asma.
To ensure a sustainable future for Cameroon, Greening Forward Cameroon has taken the initiative to school the future generation on the importance of water conservation. This by using the Future Chicken platform.
Here we are in Boya for the Future Chicken initiative for Cameroonian schools that is focused on water conservation. Future Chicken is a multimedia platform that promotes education, especially for children, by using animated characters to push forward the educational agenda. We are using the Future Chicken platform to bring hope, smiles, and aspirations to children in Cameroon. We know a lot of kids are glued to their screens, and we're using the Future Chicken multimedia platform to educate children on issues that matter to them, like water conservation, environmental protection, and waste management that is currently an issue in our community.
This platform seeks to empower young people to take action on issues affecting the community.
Yeah, because a lot of kids are exposed to content online. We thought it wise to expose them to content that helps them in their development and growth. And the Future Chicken initiative basically is a chicken from the future. Basically, it's a chicken character that tells us about how we should treat our environment, how kids should develop properly, and what are the issues that kids should focus their attention to. So the Future Chicken initiative is an innovative approach to education and child development.
The organization successfully completed her mission in empowering some 10 schools in the Southwest region, an initiative which was highly appreciated.
To receive people here today, I'm so happy. It's a good initiative, and I thought the way you have started, and then you could go higher heights. I like the initiative because we should also think of doing our own things in our own country, using our own culture.
The organization equally seeks to reach out to as many schools as possible in a bid to educate all young people.
Chicken initiative wants to grow. We hope to go to other schools in Cameroon. We want to reach out to many more schools in Cameroon and develop content, digital content through animation and cartoons that is relevant for the Cameroonian community.
By combining education and action, Greening Forward Cameroon is making significant impacts on water conservation, amongst others, in Cameroon.
Future Chicken! Together we make the future.
Persons who were recently appointed by prime ministerial and presidential decrees into the University of Buea has been commissioned by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Buea, Professor Ngomo Horace. This installation ceremony took place at the Dorothy Limunga Njoma Amphitheater of that state varsity. Daniel Komimbua once again.
Two newly appointed officials at the University of Buea has been fully installed by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ngomos Horace Manga. Professor Bilong Salomon and Professor Tamase Joseph were appointed by a presidential decree dated 25th November 2024 to facilitate activities within their areas of competence. Taking place at the Amphi 750 of the University of Buea gave the opportunity for the Vice Chancellor to encourage them to uplift the institution into a new phase, given their huge experience.
The message has been quite simple. It is to tell them to continue to take the University of Buea to new heights in the performance of their responsibilities. These are not new hands in this kind of positions. They are coming. Professor Tamise, for example, is switching from the DPP position of the DPPI to the Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicines. So he's a very, very experienced hand, switched to a different position in the same environment, an environment where he masters what is required to make the place functional. You know, he was in charge of infrastructure. And now Professor Bilong is coming from another high-profile, demanding position from the University of Yaoundé to University of Buea to oversee the Department of Physical Plant and Infrastructure. So what the message basically was to ask them to carry out their functions in a way that where they visit their experiences of their new responsibilities.
Professor Bilong Salomon, Department of Development, Physical Plan and Infrastructure, says he is ready to carry out the task.
It's a new challenge for me, but I think the challenge will not be very difficult for at least two reasons. The first reason is that UB is well-built university, and I think I will not have so many things to do, and I think only I will try to improve what have been so well done by my predecessors.
Professor Tamase Joseph, Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine, says he is equally ready for the task while thanking the head of state for such an appointment.
University governance is academic, is research, is administrative, and the dean is there to achieve all those aspects of new governance. I'm very, very happy to be part of the development of the University of Buea, and I will put all my efforts to help the Professor Ngomo Horace Manga, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Buea, to win to this success.
The installation ceremony was attended by a cross-section of lecturers, professors, students and family members who all turned out to support and grace the occasion.
And we talk sports on this newscast for tonight, where the Mount Manjang race in Bem village of the Ndonga Mantong division in the northwest region has just wrapped up, with the different winners being awarded trophies of their tenacity in completion of the set race. The first person who came first in the men's category was a Fulani, followed by another Fulani in both the female and male categories. As we have more with you, Alice Lekeliangu Ikomi.
It is the second edition of the Mount Manjak race in Bem Village, Nua subdivision in Donga Manto. The second edition of the race this 2024 was meant to prepare the athletes for the upcoming Mount Cameroon Race of Hope, and hoping that in the years ahead, the race will subsequently go international.
And I plead for at least we don't organize this race, this Mount Manjak race to come back. So when you go back, plenty of them every day outside. Tell them, next year we want the plenty for you. Make the supporting race to go higher than the one we don't see them today. And the plead for, through the administration, say make the government take over the race. Make it be the second race in Cameroon here, nationally and internationally. We want people from other countries to come and see our subdivision and see Mbem village in particular.
The athletes demonstrated their skills and physique as they challenged one another up the summit of Mount Manjak and back. At the end of the day, the first in the senior male category was a Fulani. The population was called upon to turn out en masse come next year's edition.
And without Mount Manjang race in Mbem village of the Ndonga Mantung division in the Northwest region, this is where we'll conclude tonight's news package High Prime for Monday, the 16th day of December 2024. Thanks so much for watching and stay tuned onto High Television, as up next at exactly 9 p.m. you'll be having the news in the Pidgin language with Uncle Zima. For me and the entire news crew, we'll be back tomorrow exactly 8 p.m. GMT+1. Good night.